B. May, 28 years old, architect at a mid-sized firm in the city. Life is mostly gray scales, blueprints, and excessive amounts of black coffee. Not unhappy, just calibrated to neutral. Social battery depletes faster than an iPhone in the Arctic. Good at my job, because buildings don't ask you how your weekend was. Boss calls a meeting. Big partnership, he says. We're merging teams with the landscape design firm for the Helix project. Don't care, just means more emails, and more people breathing in my airspace. Walk into conference room B. Standard corporate sterile vibe. Whiteboard, uncomfortable chairs, smell of stale donuts. Half the room is my team. Loud, confident, wearing blazers that cost too much. Other half is the new team. Scan the room. Eye contact, nod, ignore, eye contact, nod. Stop. Brain freezing, exe. Rebooting. It's her. Sitting at the far end of the table. Ilara. College, junior year. Art history 201 and the campus library 4th floor. The girl who sat 3 rows ahead, and slightly to the left. The girl who wore oversized sweaters, and read books with torn covers. The girl I watched for 2 years, and never spoke a single word to. Because back then I was a mute ghost and she was ethereal. She looks the same, maybe a little more tired. Hair cut shorter, bob style, dark and neat. Still wearing a sweater that looks too soft for a corporate meeting. Hands folded on the table. Still does that thing where she picks at her cuticle when she's listening. Heart does a kickflip in my chest. Stupid organ. Be professional, you are an adult, you pay taxes. Take a seat opposite her. She hasn't seen me yet. She's studying the agenda like it holds the secrets of the universe. Boss starts talking. Synergies, integration, deadlines. I hear nothing. All I hear is the blood rushing in my ears. Then she looks up. Eyes scan the table. Land on me. Freeze. Time stops. Physics takes a lunch break. Her eyes widen, just a fraction. A millimeter of recognition. Does she know? Did she notice the guy staring at the back of her head for 4 semesters? Or am I just generic bearded man 4 to her? She blinks rapidly. Cheeks turn a faint shade of pink. She looks down at her notebook immediately. Starts writing furiously. She knows. Panicked. What does she know? That I existed, or that I was the creep in the corner? Meeting ends. Everyone standing up, shuffling papers, shaking hands. Let's mingle, boss says. Get to know your counterparts. No, I want to dissolve into the drywall. My coworker Greg slaps my back. Greg is loud. Greg is the human equivalent of a golden retriever on espresso. Come on, Anon, let's meet the foliage people. Dragged toward her end of the table. She is packing her bag, slow movements, trying to escape. Greg blocks her path. Hi, I'm Greg, this is Anon, we're on structure. She freezes, hugs her notebook to her chest, shield up. She looks at Greg, smiles politely, small, tight smile. Hi, I'm Alara, landscape lead. Voice is exactly how I remember. Soft, melodic, like she's apologizing for making sound. Then she looks at me. Air leaves the room. Hi, she whispers. Hey, I say, voice drops an octave, trying to sound cool. Sound like Batman with a throat infection. Silence stretches, it's awkward, it's heavy. Greg looks between us. Sensors detecting anomaly. Do you guys know each other? Ilara grips the notebook tighter. Knuckles white. We went to the same college, she says quietly. Blink. She remembers, specifically. Yeah, I manage, we did. Greg lights up. No way, go Tigers, did you hang out? Ilara looks at her shoes. No, our paths didn't cross much. Lie, we were in the same tiny library section, every Tuesday and Thursday for 2 years. Right, I say, big campus. It was a small liberal arts college. Everyone knew everyone. She glances at me, eyes scared, pleading. I have to get to a site visit, she murmurs. Nice to meet you, she says to Greg. Nice to meet you, she says to my tie. She bolts. Watch her leave. Greg nudges me, she's quiet, kinda weird. Glare at Greg, she's focused. Greg laughs. Okay, defender of the quiet, let's get lunch. Can't eat, stomach is full of butterflies and regret. Week passes. We are forced to co-locate for the project. She moves into the cubicle across from mine. I can see the top of her head, over the partition. It is distracting. She works silently, no headphones, just focus. Every now and then I hear a sigh, soft exhale. I want to ask her what's wrong, I don't. Because I am a coward. Wednesday, 10:00 a.m. Break room, coffee machine. I walk in, she is there, standing in front of the tea selection, staring at it like it's a bomb defusal. Earl Grey, I say. She jumps, turns around, hand on her chest. What? You're looking for Earl Grey. It's in the second jar, they hid it. She stares at me, eyes wide. How did you know? Freeze. Because in junior year, you ordered a large Earl Grey with honey every single day at the campus cafe, while I stood behind you in line, memorizing your order like a stalker. Lucky guess, I lie, it's the best one. She relaxes, 0.5% relaxation. Oh, thanks. She reaches for the jar, her sleeve slides up. I see ink. A tiny tattoo on her wrist, a quill pen. Nice ink, I say, stupidity leaking out. She pulls her sleeve down instantly, hiding it. It's silly, she mumbles. I got it when I was 19. I like it. She looks at me, really looks at me, searching for mockery. Finds none. You didn't talk much in college, she says suddenly. Heart stops. You noticed. She turns back to her tea, pouring hot water, steam rising between us. Hard not to, she whispers. You were always there. Where? The library, 4th floor, by the history section. My brain explodes. She knew, she saw me. She remembers exactly where I sat. I like the quiet, I say, lame excuse. Me too, she says. She dunks the teabag, 1, 2, 3 times, rhythm. You read Invisible Cities, she adds. Stare at her back. What? She turns around, holding her mug with both hands, creating a barrier. Calvino, you read it for 3 weeks. You had the vintage copy with the yellow cover. My mouth opens, closes, fish mode. I read that book junior year. I thought I was invisible. Yous have a good memory. She blushes, deep crimson, looks down at her tea. I observe, she says, it's my job. That was 6 years ago, Alara. I know. Silence, but not the awkward kind. The kind that feels like static electricity. I'm glad you're on this project, I say, stupid, honest. Her eyes flick up. Really? Yeah, the structural team is. Loud. A tiny smile, a ghost of a smile. Greg is a lot, she whispers. I snort. Greg is a golden retriever who learned Excel. She laughs, a real sound. Quiet, musical. That's accurate. She takes a sip of tea, glances at the door, escape instinct kicking in. I should get back. Yeah, me too. She walks past me. Smells like vanilla and old paper. Anon. Turn. It wasn't creepy, she says softly. What? You being in the library, it was. Comforting like a constant. She leaves before I can process that. Stand in break room for 5 minutes staring at the coffee machine. She thought I was comforting. Comforting. Not weird, not a stalker, comforting. Decide to never wash this shirt. 2 weeks later. Project is a mess. Greg messed up the load-bearing calcs. The landscape integration is clashing with the foundation. Late night, 8:00 p.m. Office is empty. Just me and Alara. She is at her desk, drafting table light on. I am at my desk, staring at a CAD file that makes no sense. Stand up, stretch, back cracks like a glow stick. Walk over to her cubicle. Hey. She jumps slightly, always startles like a deer. Hey, you eating? She looks at her watch, surprised. Oh, I forgot. Come on, ordering pizza. What do you want? She hesitates. I don't want to be a bother. Alara, I am starving. If I order a whole pizza alone, I will eat it and die of shame. You are saving my life. Lips twitch, mushrooms and spinach. Vegetarian. No, just like vegetables. Weirdo, okay. Order pizza, pull up a chair to her desk. Can I see? Point at her drawings. She slides the paper over, hesitant. It's beautiful, not just technical. Art. The way she integrates the gardens with the steel is fluid. This is incredible, I say. She shrugs, it's just plants. No, it's flow, you're fixing Greg's mess. She smiles, don't tell him. I'm telling everyone. I'm putting it on a billboard. She laughs, covers her mouth, hiding her joy. Stop. So, I say, leaning back. Why didn't we ever talk? Risky, dangerous territory. She traces a line on the paper with her pencil, back and forth. I was scared of you, she admits. Blink, scared. I'm 510 and wear cardigans. Not scared like that, intimidated. Why? She looks at me, eyes honest, vulnerable. You always look so serious. Like you were thinking about important things. I didn't want to interrupt. I laugh, bitter. Alara, I was thinking about how much I wanted to talk to you, but was terrified I'd say something stupid. She stops moving the pencil. Stares at me. Really? Yes, I spent 2 years trying to figure out how to say hello without sounding like an idiot. She processes this, recalculating her history. I thought you hated me, she whispers. Hated you? I practically built a shrine. Too much? Dial it back. I mean, I noticed you, a lot. She smiles, a real one this time, reaches her eyes. We're idiots, she says. Certified. Pizza arrives. We eat on the floor of her cubicle. Talk about college, the terrible professors, the smell of the art studio, the coffee. Do you still draw? I ask. Sometimes, not as much. You should, you are good. How do you know? You never saw my sketchbook. Smirk, I walked past your easel in the quad. Junior spring. Charcoal study of the fountain. She groans, hides face and hands. That was terrible, the perspective was off. It was great. I almost walked into a tree looking at it. She peeks through her fingers. Did you really? Shoulder checked an oak, bruised for a week, worth it. She laughs so hard she snorts, turns bright red. Sorry. Don't apologize, it's cute. Did I say that out loud? Yes, I did. Panicked. She goes quiet, blushing furiously. Thanks, she whispers. Atmosphere shifts, charged, heavy. I look at her, pizza grease on her chin, tired eyes, messy hair. She is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. Ilara, I start. Phone rings, loud, jarring. It's Greg, asking about the files. Moment shattered, glass everywhere. She stands up, brushing crumbs off. We should get back to work. Yeah. Thanks for the pizza. Anytime. She goes back to her desk, puts her headphones on. Wall is back up, but it's thinner now, maybe glass instead of brick. Friday, company mixer. Mandatory fun, bar downtown. Loud music, expensive drinks, people shouting to be heard. I hate it. Stand in the corner, nursing a beer. Scanning for her. See her near the entrance, looking overwhelmed. She's wearing a dress, simple, black, stunning, clutching her purse like a lifeline. Greg is talking to her, leaning in too close, drunk. She looks trapped, eyes darting. Activate protection protocols. Push through the crowd. Greg, I shout, slap a hand on his shoulder. He spins, anon my man. Boss wants you, something about the budget. Greg pales, OSH*T. He runs off. Ilara exhales, shoulders drop 3 inches. You lied, she says. I improvised. She looks up at me, thank you. You look like you want to be anywhere else. I want to be in a blanket fort. Acceptable, want to escape. She eyes the door, can we? I'm the project lead. I declare this meeting adjourned. She smiles, mischievous. Let's go. We slip out, cool night air, silence of the street. Where to, she asks. I know a place, quiet, good tea. Her eyes light up, lead the way. Walk side by side, hands brushing occasionally. Electricity every time. Reach the cafe, it's late, empty, jazz playing soft. Order tea, sit in a booth in the back. This is better, she says, relaxing into the cushions. Much. She traces the rim of her cup. So, she says, why architecture? I like making things that last, structure, order. And I like things that grow, change, chaos. We're a good team, I say. She looks at me, intense. We are. Silence again, but brave silence. She reaches across the table, touches my hand. Her fingers are cold, mine are burning. Anon, she says, I didn't just notice you in the library. No, I used to wait for you. Heart rate, 200 BPM. Wait for me. Yeah, I'd get there early. Save the seat with the good view of the door, so I could see when you walked in. Why? Because you made the day feel anchored, safe. She squeezes my hand. I regretted never talking to you, for years. Me too. Well, she whispers, we're talking now. We are. Do you want to keep talking? Forever, yes. She laughs, maybe start with dinner tomorrow. Dinner works. She smiles, radiating warmth. Okay. Walk her home, apartment building with ivy on the walls. Fitting. Stand at the door. So I say, see you Monday. See you tomorrow, she corrects. Dinner. Right, dinner. She hesitates, then steps forward, up on toes. Kisses my cheek, soft, quick, smells like vanilla. Good night, anon. She slips inside. Touch my cheek. Stand on the sidewalk for 10 minutes like a statue. Brain offline, system overload. Text message buzzes. It's her. I kept the sketch. What sketch? The one of the fountain, and the guy who walked into the tree. Attached image JPG. It's a charcoal sketch. The fountain is blurry, but in the foreground, sharp and detailed, is a guy rubbing his shoulder, looking annoyed. It's me. I look good, not annoyed, pensive, soft. Text back, frame it. Her reply, already did. Look up at her window, light turns on. Smile so hard my face hurts. 28 years old, architect, finally building something real. Months pass. We keep it low-key at work. Secret glances over the partitions. Post-it notes hidden in files. You look nice today, your CAD layers are messy. Tacos later. Greg suspects nothing. Greg is oblivious. One day, boss calls me in. Great work on Helix. The integration is seamless. Thanks, Ilara is talented. Boss smirks, I see that. He knows, everyone knows. Even Greg probably knows deep down in his lizard brain. Don't care. Saturday morning. Waking up in her apartment. Sunlight filtering through plants. It's like a jungle in. She's asleep next to me. Messy hair, drooling slightly on the pillow. Perfect. Get up quietly, go to kitchen. Make tea, Earl Grey honey. Bring it to bed. She wakes up, blinks, smiles. You remembered, she croaks. Morning voice. I observe, I say, mocking her. She throws a pillow at me. Catches it, sit on the edge of the bed. Ilara. I'm glad I walked into that tree. She laughs, pulls me down into the blankets. Me too. Life is still lines and angles. But now there are curves, and plants, and tea. And hers. Be May. Happy. Epilogue. 3 years later. We visit the college campus. Walk to the library, 4th floor. It smells the same, dust and silence. Walk to the history section. A student is sitting in my old chair, wearing headphones, reading. A girl is sitting 3 rows ahead, sketching. They don't look at each other. Ilara squeezes my hand. Do you think they know? She whispers. Give them time, I say. They'll figure it out. We leave them to their silence. Walk out into the sun. She hums a song. I know the words now.